He's holy and you're not, so he has to punish sin.
Well, obviously, by that matter, but if he's good and holy, does that mean he's sending me to hell because I am not? Or he's good and holy and hell is some, like, better place than whatever?
No, he would send you to hell because you're not holy and you've broken his law. But here's the good news. Jesus lived the perfect sinless life on the cross. He took the wrath of God that you deserved. He rose on the third day. He really is risen. And if you put your trust in him and turn from sin, you will be saved. It's really that simple. It's good news.
So you believe the wrath of God, I deserve that. I believe
we all do, not just me, not just you. See, that's the thing. People here that scream at you or mad at you, they might not be Christians, I don't know. But the gospel's good news. It's not bad news. Which is why when people get so mad about the gospel, it's because they either don't want to hear it, don't understand it,
or don't want to be held accountable for their actions.
Or don't want to be held accountable for their actions. But the reality is, man, I'm not your judge. God is. And I don't send you to hell, he does. But the good news is that grace can save you, God can save you, and God is good. The God that made that tree that you could never make is good. He's good. The world's just broken. That's why you see greed, hate, anger. She was asking about people hurting her lesbian friend. Yeah, that's wrong. But the world is broken. That's what we're saying. It's not the way it should be.
It's broken
which is why
because
Jesus can
she
save.
Was a victim of hate crime, or broken because she's a lesbian and that's against God's law?
Both.
I was going to say both, good.
There's both. But we're not mad because she's a lesbian, man. She needs God's grace. We all do. We all have our own stories, man. And they're equally bad before the Lord. So no Christian will tell you they're a good person and say how great they are.
Yeah, and if they are, they're a lie and the truth is not in them.
But I say...
Most will.
I say I am an atheist because I grew up in a Catholic house and I went to Catholic churches and Catholic
Catholicism's false, man. Sorry.
It's all false.
You got dealt false. No,
how do you know that?
Dealt a bad hand.
How do you know that it's true?
I know it's true.
You're making a statement. You're making a statement. They're all false. You make a lot of statements. You're probably used to being popular and confident.
No, I'm not actually. I was bullied in high school. I was bullied in middle school.
My parents where people go, John's confident. John's confident and will know what he said. You say they're all false. Well, you're contradicting a true statement. You say they're all false. That's a true statement, John. You can't just say stuff like that without understanding what you're saying.
But you're saying the same things as that there is a God, and I'm saying the same thing that there isn't a God. So what you're saying is just incredibly hypocritical. And that's why I have a problem with religion, because you're telling me I'm wrong, but you know you're right. Well, in your mind, you know you're right. In my mind, I know you're wrong, and in your mind, you know I'm wrong.
Do our minds determine what's truth? No. Objective reality determines what's true, which is why we're trying to point you to that tree had a maker. It's really simple. This guy gets it. This guy gets it. But we're not mad at you. We're not trying to hurt you or make fun of you. It's really that simple. God made everything. And the God that made everything...
So did God make that car, or did God make the tree and the metal and the rocks
He
and
made
the
the
rubber?
mind and the hands that made the tree and made the car. Planted the tree and made the car.
So
it's really more complicated.
Did he put the idea in someone's head to do this and to get going on electricity and to get going on fuel locomotives?
I'm not God.
Wait, let me ask you, what's your name, sir?
John.
John?
It's John and John.
John and John, it's a good name.
And John.
John, here's a thesis that we're going to bring, and we'll try to prove it, okay?
I'm just trying to...
I appreciate
Across the line.
I appreciate it. So here's the
I
thesis.
could be on the line now.
Why is that?
Don't step on the
still here.
Oh, I can't stand Belmont students. So here's the issue. So my thesis is, John, and I'm going to try to prove it. You know that the true God exists. You know it, and I'm going to show you why. I'm not saying.
Okay, go.
I'm not
Show
saying.
me why. Prove me wrong.
Okay,
Please,
I'm not saying that subconscious. I'm not saying that you think in your mind right now, oh, God knows I exist. I hate Him. But you know it subconsciously. You understand it. You have an intimate awareness of God's existence, and here's why. You live every day of your life presupposing my worldview. So let me ask you a question: is it wrong to kill people? How do you know that?
Because you're taking away someone else's life.
You're still presupposing it's wrong to take someone's life without a basis on which to say that. So how do you know it's wrong to take someone's life?
Because I was born a blank slate as a human, and I believe in basic human rights, and taking away someone else's life is a violation of
So you're still presupposing that that human rights are good. So why is it? Who says that it's wrong to take a human life and to disregard human rights? Who says it's wrong to do that?
My mind. Everyone's basic.
So it's not really wrong.
Everyone's the same. We're all humans. We are all here living, and everyone, no matter what religion, believes it's wrong to take a life.
So it's
atheists,
That's not
Catholics,
true.
Well, I would agree. I would agree because
Muslims,
Muslims do
Buddhists.
not believe.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Wait,
So,
wait,
John,
wait,
John,
wait, wait, hang on a second. I want to get into this because it's a big topic right now. What did you just say?
Muslims
Yes.
do teach that if you kill yourself in holy war, that you will instantly go to heaven and be rewarded with 72 virgins. Did you know that?
Okay.
Did you know that?
No, I did know that. I was just, the way you said that meant it's okay for me to kill him.
No,
That's
kill Jamie.
the way you phrased it. I'm not going to. I'm just saying.
Video this. What are you doing?
The way you phrased
this is
it
good
made it
stuff.
seem that that was...
No.
So John, so me and John and David and you would all agree it's wrong to kill people. We have a basis on which to say that. You don't. You're borrowing from our worldview. To say that
I'm
something...
borrowing from everyone's worldview.
No, you're not.
I conform more to Buddhism than I do Christianity.
So when a Buddhist says it's wrong to kill, why is it wrong to kill?
Because they believe in their God, and I'm just...
Well, they actually believe...
and their gods.
Right.
And
So here's the issue. It's wrong to kill, and you know it because you're made by God in His image, and His law is written on your heart. That's why you know it's wrong to murder. That's why you know it's wrong to lie. That's why you know it's wrong to steal. The reason you won't admit that is because you love sin and hate the God who created you. What we're here is offering you is forgiveness, friend. You see, the only reason you would embrace absurdities like the Big Bang Theory or whatever else, it's absolutely absurd. The fact
totally absurd.
it is. For instance,
No,
life.
that was sarcasm.
So, I knew that. Okay. So life, right, the law of biogenesis. Life comes from life.
Mm-hmm.
Never have we disproven that. Yet you would believe that all of life is the result of random choice and natural selection and accident and evolution, etc.
Totally.
But there's no evidence for that.
But there is
no
evidence that there's creation of it.
Well, there is. The fact that we have procreation. Life comes from life. You see it every day, sir. The fact you see humans produce humans and monkeys produce monkeys. Never do you ever see the
Well,
intermediate
that's
life
science.
form.
Simple
What science? That's what I'm saying. The Bible is scientifically accurate. Basic physiology disproves evolution and atheism because the Bible is the word
How
of
much
God.
of science is in the Bible?
Well, for instance,
Like-
here's
modern
one.
day science,
Here's
how
one.
much of
Here's
that is
one.
in the Bible?
The Earth. The ancients thought it sat on a turtle or a titan.
Mm-hmm.
They're wrong. It's saying it hangs on nothing in outer space, right?
Well, yeah, that's just common human misconception and evolution and natural selection and evolution of the smartest and the fittest.
Right. So that's the point.
We learn as we go on.
Yeah, you're not letting me finish. So John, right? So the Earth, the ancients thought the Earth sat on a turtle because they didn't have the technological advancements we have. But the Bible, without those technological advancements, tells us the truth. Job 26:7 says, God stretches out the north over empty space, and He hangs the earth on nothing. That's exactly what we found to be true in science. How did the author of the Bible know that thousands of years ago without a telescope? Without...
Luck of the draw.
Say that again?
Choice.
So, of course, no amount of evidence I give you can disprove atheism in your mind because your mind's made up. You do not want the God you know exists. So I'm done giving you proof because you bought the lie of neutrality. You're not arguing neutrally. You're arguing based upon your presuppositions. But one day, John...
Atheists have the most neutral view, or agnostic people
No, you don't.
have
So
the
I just gave you irrefutable proof for the authenticity of
How is
Scripture.
that
How did the author of the Bible know the earth hung on nothing 2,000 years ago?
How did anyone
4,000
know
years ago?
anything?
That's a good question. How do you know in it? Could you be wrong about everything you know, John?
Of course.
So you know nothing. So why are we debating? I do know something. The God who made me in His image gave me the ability to know, and that's why you do know something. My point is, in your worldview, you have no basis on which to know something, though you live every day of your life as if you do know things. That's why you're at college. You're a living contradiction, John. That's the result of an unbiblical worldview. It's a contradiction. It doesn't even make sense. You know God exists because He created you in His image. You live in His world. His law is written on your heart, and you're going to stand before that God one day, John. And you know it's true. You can continue to lie all you want, but one day you won't hide behind your atheism no longer. Heaven and earth will flee from before Him who sits on His throne.
If I'm wrong,
sir.
I will stand with my atheism.
Oh, no, that's the point. You're proving my point right now. You don't want God. I understand that, John. And unless God opens your heart,
and religion was
you do believe in God. You just don't want it.
No, I don't believe in God, and I don't want a God because God.
That's exactly right.
Gods have created division across this earth. More divisions are already naturally here, like race, like culture, like countries, continents.
Is division wrong?
No, not necessarily, but it creates...
So see, that's the point. That's your worldview.
It creates another divide for humans to be torn apart and...
Well, why does it matter if it's not wrong?
Joint human family.
Well, if it's not wrong, why does that matter, John?
If what's not wrong?
Is division wrong?
Not necessarily. Well, yeah. To me, it is wrong.
So your opinion. See, you live every day of your life. So murder is wrong, right? Just your opinion?
Wrong.
So should you force your opinion on other people, John?
Well, when it comes to murder, yeah.
So why is that?
Because you shouldn't kill someone else.
Because you know it's not an opinion. You know God made you in His image and wrote His law in your heart, and it's absolutely wrong to kill. It's not your opinion, John.
Well, think about this. How would you feel if you got killed? Like if you could, well, I guess you believe in heaven, so you would believe how to feel. or you could feel after. I don't know how whatever.
So how would
your
I feel
view
if
is
what?
there. How would you feel if you got killed?
If I got killed,
Would you be sad?
So
Well, you'd be happy because
let's
you're going
word it
to
a little better. How would I feel if someone killed my family?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't want to say that.
I would feel bad. I would feel bad. But the problem is, you're still presupposing it's wrong for me to feel bad. Says who? What if I make you feel bad, but I feel good? Why does it matter? You can say, well, in my opinion, it matters. But you live every day of your life as if though it's a reality. If you saw someone squash.
Well, so what do you believe this is then? Do you think this is just a fairy tale?
If you saw someone squash a bug, John, would you call the police?
No.
Would you demand justice for the bug?
It's evolution of humans in the food chain.
So
I wouldn't kill a bug. I would never.
You've never squashed a spider in your life.
I mean, when I was a kid, when I didn't know anything.
But
how many little Christian kids also killed spiders?
I kill spiders. They're not made in the image of God. That's the point. You know it's wrong to kill people because they're made in the image of God. You live every day of your life presupposing that. You can't escape it,
Would you go to Southeast Asia and kill a panda?
I mean, I probably wouldn't kill a panda. If I did, it wouldn't be a sin.
But if a panda...
If I wanted to eat the panda, maybe. So it's not a sin to kill animals. Animals are not made in God's image like you and I are. We just need to treat them well. But if I want to kill a deer and eat it, no, I'm not going to because I like burgers, not deer. But if I'm going to kill a deer and eat it, it's not a sin because they're not made in God's image. That's why you're okay with people going hunting and killing deer, probably, right?
I'm not.
You're not okay?
No.
Are you okay with squashing spiders in your house when they crawl across your table and you knock them up and squash them?
I pick them up and I take them outside.
So if you saw someone, as you see, this is the absurdity of an atheistic worldview, John. You know it right now.
Because I value life and love above anything else, and religion.
What is love?
Yeah, what is love?
Caring for one another.
Is love material?
No.
So how do you get an immaterial thing?
You can be spiritual without being religious.
So let me ask you a question. Where do you get the laws of logic? Have you ever tripped over a law of logic, John?
What do you mean by that?
Have you ever stumbled over a law of logic,
like
tripped
ethics.
over? No. Have you ever? Yeah, the laws of logic, the law of non-contradiction, for instance. Have you ever tripped over that? Of course not. It's not material, right? It's immaterial. The laws of logic are transcendental. The laws of logic are universal. The laws of logic are unchangeable. Where do you get that in a materialistic worldview? Where do you get immaterial laws of... Why should you and I...
My worldview is not materialistic at all. It is incredibly spiritual, but you can be spiritual without being religious, and you can be spiritual and not religious without being material.
Right, John, you're spiritually dead. I agree. You're spiritually dead because you're separated from Christ,
yeah, I'm
John.
done.
So, John, I'm begging you, friend, please forsake your foolishness and believe the gospel, sir. Please, John.
I'm telling you, everyone believes they have their own God, and I'm telling you it's not.
Everyone knows the true God, sir. But you have no basis on which to say anything. God bless you, sir.